Biden administration is set to drop Title 42 next month, a health provision allowing Border Patrol to restrict entry into the United States, illegal entry into the United States due to the China virus. This as March preliminary border apprehension stats tell a shocking story. Here to discuss, Indiana Senator, member of the House Appropriations and House Budget Committee, Mike Braun. Senator, welcome back. My sources told me before press accounts backed us up, the Border Patrol is being pulled back from protecting the border so they can process illegal aliens, change diapers, become Uber drivers. Once Title 42 goes away, it will be an illegal alien superhighway on the southern border. Am I wrong?
No doubt about it. And I'll take you back a year when about 18 of us were down there on the border. I think that's the biggest group of Republican senators. Been many down there since. It was just going from record lows, Chris, of about 40,000 illegal crossings to about 60 or 70. That time we were down there, you could tell it was ramping up. In fact, there was an illegal crossing while we were there on the river where the individual didn't make it across alive. So that is now in the 150, 60, 70,000 illegal crossings per month, and forecast when you take the only barrier left, Title 42, away, it could go up by 50%. We're talking about maybe 250,000 illegal crossings per month. And you're getting nationalities from all over the world that are coming in and doing it. And the only beneficiaries of all this will be the smugglers and coyotes who make anywhere from $5,000 a pop up to 20,000. Sickening, along with the drugs coming across. And now you're removing the only impediment that's really been working. They won't complete the border wall. We were down there. They said between the stay in Mexico policy, the border wall, their job had never been easier.
All right. Well, Newsmax obtained preliminary Customs and Border Patrol statistics from the month of March. Let me put it back up on the screen. Border correspondent says he's never seen anything like this. Nationwide apprehensions surpassed 217,000. Known gotaways, close to 67,000. I've seen no proposals, Senator, from the Republican Party to reform our asylum laws that, by the way, the Republican Party helped inflict onto this country, to stop this abuse. No proposals from the Republicans to stop rewarding illegal immigration, because illegal immigration has been plaguing this nation for decades. Isn't it true, Senator, that a majority of Americans oppose illegal immigration, but a majority in Congress, both political parties, love illegal immigration and are eager to keep forcing it down the American people's throats?
Well, obviously, the other side of the aisle, where they used to be the defender of the border to keep wages high, completely about-faced. And Chris, since I've been here a little over 3 years, most of the issues that we have, the border, debt that's just grown out of proportion from 18 trillion to 30 trillion, it's been, both parties have been complicit in it. I call it the unholy alliance that develops between the folks that have been here a long while. We will complain about it, but what are we going to do about it when we get the reins back? We're generally slow-footed. We're political wallflowers. We don't undo any of it. And yes, most Republicans, most conservatives, many that live in these border states, Democrats and independents, are wanting to see some action. And sadly, we've been quite historically, I'm going to be a voice that says we need a plan. I heard you talking about that earlier. You can't win on defense only. Yes, we've got a platter that you can never imagine in terms of oppo material. Running a business, running anything successful, you don't win it on defense only. We shouldn't be afraid to put a plan out there that addresses this, high inflation, federalizing everything in this country. We could say a lot of what we would do if we didn't have so much timidity in getting out there and stating our case.
Yeah, I used to love it when Republicans had big ideas like the Contract for America. I mean, the party has shown the ability to do it in the past. I'm just wondering where that all went to. Rapidly growing number of Ukrainians, Senator, are showing up at the Mexican border seeking asylum in the United States. What's your take on this?
So they're going to have access to get through a border that's never been easier to get through. The Ukrainian issue and all the forced evacuations from there spreading out through Europe, you see they're making it here as well. And when you can make it from there to here, and you look at all the nationalities. When we were down there, 54 crossed illegally through the Del Rio section a year ago. It's open borders for anybody that wants to pay the price that can come across. Ukrainians, I think, have shown that they're a people. They're going to fight hard over there. You're going to have a lot that leave the country just due to the brutality. So, and it's inevitable that you're going to have them showing up at the border, crossing illegally as well, because anybody in the world can do it. And we've now said it's wide open. Come on in.
Breaking news today. Special Counsel John Durham published new evidence that former Clinton campaign lawyer Michael Sussman lied to the FBI in writing. Now, if the GOP takes over Congress in the fall, should it be their priority to convene a select committee of their own to investigate Obama, Biden, Hillary, Comey, and the rest of them for their ties to the Trump-Russia collusion hoax promulgated by Fusion GPS and the Perkins Coie law firm?
I'm really glad to see he's going to release some of that classified material. We knew it all along. Now we know for sure. And yes, it'd be another example of what you talked about earlier. If we don't ferret that out, we don't vet it with the intensity that they do on the other side with 2 impeachments, all the investigations, another example where we're getting outmaneuvered, we're slow-footed, we're a political wallflower if we don't do it. And we need to hold our own party accountable because there's been talk of it. I'm a believer. Let's see it. The proof's in the pudding. And yes, we now got all that material to work with. We better start that on day one.
Senator Mike Braun, 100% agree, sir. Thank you for your time as always.